um, means yes, we covered states of matter, that is solid, liquid, and gases. Hmm. Hmm. And I was asking from you, means what type of particle arrangements are there in solid, and you people are not responded. So, listen, that solids, the particle and solid, they are very closely packed, very tightly packed. They compactly packed. The space between the particle is very less. That the particles are very closely packed. That's why they having the fixed shape. They having hard and the fixed shape. They having the fixed shape, but we can change their shape by applying the force on solid. So, and the particle arrangement in liquid, they are loosely packed, and because of that, the particle can slide over each other. They can move over each other, and that's why they capable to take acquire shape of the container. And the particles in gases, they are very loosely packed. That's why uh, they occupy all the available space in a container. Gases occupy all the available space in a container. Why? Because their particles are very loosely packed. Three type the matter is categorized into three category, and on the basis of their particle arrangement, because all the matter is made up of small particles known as atom. In the previous class I told you, and their arrangement, if they are very tightly packed, then they are solid. If they are loosely packed, then they are liquid. If they are very loosely packed, then they are gases. So we discussed in the previous class, change of state also means they can change from one state to another state. Like liquid can change into solid on cooling. On cooling liquid, they can be changed into solid, and solid can be changed into liquid on heating. And liquid can change into water vapor or the state gaseous state. When we means what you can say, increase the temperature. When we heat up the liquid, they can change into gaseous state. And gaseous state means the gas can be converted into liquid. When we cool the water when we cool the gas, it can be converted into liquid. So these states can be changed, they can be interchanged. Means one what you can say, state of matter can be changed into another state of matter. In solid can be liquid, then change into liquid, and liquid can be changed into solid. In the same way, gases can be changed into liquid, and like a liquid can be changed into gases. So the process by which a solid changes into a liquid is called melting, and the process by which gas changes into a liquid on cooling is called condensation, and the process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling is called solidification. Okay. Now let's start solute, solvent, and solution. Solute, solvent, and solution. Before that, one activity is there. We everyone must have done this activity. That is um, that is to observe the process of condensation. Like we can what you can say, observe this phenomena, this process. How that just take a deep breath. uh, in front means in front of mirror, you can take mirror, and there you just deep breathe and release it, and you see that that become foggy. The mirror become foggy, and means you take a deep breath and you exhale out into the mirror, and mirror become foggy. So the deep breath is warm and contains water vapor. Means when we respire, water vapors are released. We release the carbon dioxide, along with that we release water vapor also. When you keep your hand near your mouth, you will see that your some wetness on your mouth. Why? Because water vapor also release as a result of respiration. So this water vapor condenses into a very small droplet of water when it hits the cool surface. Means the warm things when pass through the cool surface, then it can be condensed. So the warm, what you can say, the breath that is having the water vapor, they just when pass through the cool surface of mirror, they convert it into water again. And these water droplet you just means cause the mirror foggy. So this you can also do at home and check that during breathing you release water vapor, and that water vapor is actually gaseous in condition, because when you breathe, usually in the summer you cannot see those they are means they are not condensed, but in winter means like you can see when you talk that the uh, um, foggy you feel like around you when you speak. Something foggy comes from your mouth. That what's that? The water vapor that comes from mouth, they are warm. When they comes outside in winter, the winter temperature is very low, so they condenses and converted into water vapor. Because of that, it's like foggy, something foggy visible when we talk. So in the same way means when you what you can say, release your breathe in front of mirror or into the mirror, you see the foggy surface of the mirror. Why? Because the water vapor that you releases, that converted into water because of the cool surface. Now solute, solvent and solution. A solution A solution is formed when two or more substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed. How the solution are formed? When the two substances mix together evenly, when they dissolve completely. When we means when the two substances dissolve completely, then they form solution. So solution is when the two substances dissolve completely, and the substance that dissolve is called solute. Like if we dissolve salt in water, salt is known as solute. Salt is act as solute, and the water is act as solvent. So the substance in which the solute dissolve is called solvent. A solute and solvent together form a solution. So together they form solution. So means solution is actually when the two substances mix completely, they distributed evenly, so they form solution. So when the substance which is dissolved, that is solute, and in which it is dissolved, that is solvent. Like water and salt. So salt is solute, sugar and water, like when we mix sharbat at home, what we do that we dissolve sugar in water. So the sugar is solute and the water is solvent. So solute and solvent, they dissolve completely. They evenly distributed, then they form solution. So solute and solvent together they form solution. So I have given you two example. If we add salt to water, then it makes water salty, and the salty water is actually solution. In the same way, we can add sugar to warm milk and observe what happens. If we add sugar in milk, then sugar is solute and milk is solvent. Right? So solute and solvent dissolve completely, then it forms solution. So just tell me, uh, raise your hand. uh, when we dissolve sugar in water, so what is sugar considered as? Yes. Raise your hand. Yes, Afan, tell me.
It becomes salty water.
It becomes salty water, and salty water known as when sugar dissolve in you tell salt dissolve in water, then it becomes salty water. Then what salt consider as?
Salt considered as sweet and milk are
Solute or solvent?
a solvent. A solvent. Solvent.
Okay. 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 So, Abu Bakr, Abu Bakr, what is solution?
Mama, and the salty water and the sweet milk are solutions.
Yes. What is solution? When
And the salty water and the sweet milk are solutions.
okay. So wait a minute. Huda, yes, tell me the definition of solution. Yes.
Mama, tell
Yes.
may I tell
Yes. Tell me.
the liquid obtained as solute dissolves in a solvent is called a solution.
Yes. Very good. Juveria. What is solute?
Yes, ma'am.
What is solute? What is solute? What is solute?
What?
Solute.
Solute.
Hmm.
Okay. A solution is formed when two or more substances mix together such that they are evenly disturbed. The substance that
Distributed. Distributed.
dissolves is called the solute.
Hmm. Yes. Okay. Maisha. Maisha, you tell me what is solvent? Maisha, you tell me what is solvent? What is solvent?
Okay, ma'am. Solvent. The liquid in which a solid dissolves is called a solvent.
Yes. Yes. In which the solute dissolve is known as solvent. Yes, very good. Very good. Okay. Very good.
A solute dissolved in a solvent is called a solution.
Yes, it's very good. So now let's start another heading, that is separation of substances. So till now what we discussed, state of matters and change of states. Yes, these these two headings we discussed, and we discussed solute, solvent and solution as well. Now we'll discuss separation of substances. Before that, one exercise is there on the page number 48. Let's remember. Here, name the process involved in each of the following. You just name it. Raise your hand. I will unmute yourself, and then allow you to unmute, and then you can unmute. Yes, Habiba Asif. Tell me, what is the first one?
And what?
Here on the page number 48, one exercise is there. Let's remember. Here you have
And
to.
actually is evaporation.
First one. First one is
Evaporation.
evaporation. Okay. Evaporation. That's
Second one is freezing.
okay. And third one is.
Third one is melting.
Third one is
Melting.
melting. Very good. Mashallah. Now, Afan. Afan, you tell me. Here, um,
Ma'am.
Yash mixed some sugar in his hot milk. Name the solute and the solvent in this. When the sugar is dissolved in milk, what is solute and what is solvent? Yes,
Ma'am, sugar. Ma'am,
sugar is
sugar is solute and
solvent,
milk is
solvent.
ma'am, milk is solvent.
Very good.
Oh,
Yes, milk is solvent. Okay, then separation of substances. So there are two kind of substances, soluble and insoluble. Means the one type of substances they dissolve completely, and another type of substance that not dissolve completely. So the soluble substances are the substances that dissolve completely in a solvent, and they form even solution. Means uh, in this the two substances are evenly distributed and they form solution. For example, salt and sugar they completely dissolve in water, so they are soluble. Insoluble are the substances those do not dissolve completely in a solvent. For example, sand and chalk are insoluble in water. Yes. So there are two type of substances: soluble substances and insoluble substances. So soluble, as the name itself tell, that these substances dissolve completely. They are soluble. They dissolve completely. They form solution. And insoluble, they do not dissolve completely, and they do not form solution like sand and chalk. So when you stare, you feel like it's dissolved. When you stop staring sand in water, it all settle at the bottom of the container. So they do not dissolve. So there are many ways in which we can separate substances from solution. Soluble substances can be separated by heating the solution. For example, salt can be separated from the salt solution by heating the water solution. Water evaporate on heating and the salt particles left behind. So means there are many ways through which we can separate the two substances, and the soluble substances those are dissolved completely. Like salt, they can be separated through the process of evaporation. Means we heat up the salty water and the water evaporated and salt left on the surface of what container. And insoluble substances can be separated from a solution by the process of filtration and sedimentation and decantation. Filtration, a solution containing insoluble substance is passed through a filter paper. On doing so, the liquid passes through the filter paper while the insoluble substance gets retained on the filter paper. For example, sand and water can be separated by filtration. So filtration is a process by which we just separate the insoluble substances by using a filter paper. The filter paper is a specific type of paper in which the small pores are there. So small pores are there in that paper and that allow to pass through the liquid, and means they are very fine pores. So the specific paper is there to separate this insoluble substances from the what you can say solvent or from the liquid. So to separate out these insoluble substances, we use the filter paper. So the liquid passes through the filter paper, and they just what you can say collected in the container, and the solid particles they are just they retain on the filter paper. So the all impurity which is solid, that is retained on the filter paper, that is called residue. That is called residue. RESI. Residue is not there in your book, so you don't be confused with this term. Leave this residue term, otherwise you will be confused. And means this solid substance is residue, but it's not there in your book, so you leave it. But you should know that it is residue. So here means like if some sand is dissolved by mistake mixed with the water, so how will you remove the sand from water? Through the process of filtration. We pass through this water through the filter paper, and the all sand get retained on the filter paper, and the water passes through the container. So here a filtration example. So any example of filtration can you give from your home? Means any type of filtration have you seen at your home? Raise your hand. Yes. Have you seen any sort of filtration at your home? Habiba Asif. Yes, Habiba Asif, you can tell me
Like what?
any sort of filtration have you noticed at your home?
Like when the tea is a stained.
Mm-hmm. Teas. Acha,
When
teas
the tea
of
is stained.
okay. Yes. So separation of tea leaves from the tea by using the strainer is also a process of filtration. Yes. In our body also any filtration is going on. Do you know about any process that filtration process is going in our body also? Yes. Humaira, yes. Humaira Siddiqui, yes, you can tell me. Any sort of filtration is going in our body also? Yes, filtration is going in our kidney. It filters the blood and it removes the harmful substances. Formation of urine occur in the kidney due to the filtration of the blood. So continuously filtration going on in the kidney. Okay. So one filtration going in continuously in our body also, that is done in the kidney. Here, the blood filters and the harmful substances are separated out, and as a result, urine formation going on there in the kidney. So, now another process is sedimentation. Before starting the sedimentation, just raise your hand and tell me what is filtration. Only two, three hands are raised. Where are others? Why the other students are not taking part? Ariba, Huda, Juveria, Maisha. Yes, Ariba, you tell me. Ariba,
Yes, ma'am.
what is filtration?
Ma'am, filtration. Ma'am, what?
What is filtration?
I am saying, ma'am, filtration.
Hmm. Yes.
Separation.
What is filtration? Abu Bakr, you tell me. What is filtration?
Can you
Hmm? Just tell me what is filtration? SM Bakir, you tell me
I'm sorry.
what is filtration?
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Ma'am.
Filtration.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Filtration.
Hmm?
Ma'am, what?
What is filtration?
Filtration.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, filtration.
I asked filtration. So you people are not telling only.
Your voice is cutting.
Yeah, my voice is not audible to everyone.
No, ma'am, your voice is audible, but it's breaking.
Sometime interrupted. Okay. So filtration is a process in which a solution containing small insoluble substances means the solution which is having insoluble substances that's not from the even solution, or the substance which is not dissolved completely, it's just like sand or chalk. So that solution you pass through a filter paper. Filter paper is a specific type of paper which is having fine pore in it, through which the liquid can pass through it. So the liquid pass through it, it collected in the container, and the solid it is left on the filter paper. So this process is known as filtration. Simple. Now sedimentation. The liquid is left undistributed for some time, and the heavy insoluble solid settle down at the bottom. The process in which insoluble. So sedimentation is actually that is a process in which this means the sediments are actually the small particles of the dust. Small sediment, the word derived from the sediment. Yes, sedimentation derived from the word sediment. Sediment means a small particle of dust. So when any liquid which is having insoluble substances like sand, mud, chalk, anything which is not dissolved properly, that is that's added in the that form the solution. So that what happened, you leave that you know a solution which is in insoluble substances, uh, you can say kept aside undisturbed for some time. Means don't disturb it, leave it for some time. what you'll see after some time, the small particles which are present in the solution, which is insoluble substances solution, they are the insoluble substances, they just settle down. They settle down at the bottom of the container. So whatever the insoluble substances are present in the solution, they settle down at the bottom, and this process is known as sedimentation. Why sedimentation? Because in this process, sediments are settled down at the bottom of the container. So if any solution which is having insoluble substances, if we keep undisturbed for some time, what we see that the insoluble substances, they settle at the bottom of the container. So this process is known as sedimentation. Then when the sediments are settled down, then um, on the upper surface, clear liquid is comes, and that is visible on it. So the clear liquid we can pour gently into another container without disturbing the insoluble solid. Means the insoluble solid which is settled down, without disturbing that insoluble solid, we just have to pour the liquid into another container gently. It should not be the insoluble substance should not mix again with the liquid. So this process of separating out clear water from the sedimented part, that is known as decantation. So mud and water, sand and water, liquid and water, chalk and water, that can be separated by sedimentation and decantation. So sedimentation is a process through which we settling down the sediments at the bottom of the container. And decantation, to separate out the clear liquid from the sedimented particles without disturbing the insoluble solid. So these are the process through which we can separate the two different substances. So soluble substances can be separated through the evaporation, and insoluble, here we discuss filtration, sedimentation and decantation. So when I'm asking you, you people are not responding. So if you're not understood, you can ask me. I taught you today solute, solvent, solution, separation of substances, means two type of substances, soluble substance and insoluble substance. And I taught you today filtration, sedimentation and decantation. Now you ask me question if not understood. Otherwise you give me answer when I'll ask the question. So you can ask me. Yes, SM Bakir, you want to SM Bakir, you want to say something? Yes, SM Bakir. Yes. There's no response at all. I don't know why. SM Bakir, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, SM Bakir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. What do you want to say?
Manna, nothing.
So tell me what is filtration? Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, tea.
Quickly. Quickly tell me. Juveria, smile. You tell me. And stop your video. Juveria, smile. Juveria,
Ma'am, filter of water.
filter.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Juveria, smile. Tell me what is
In
filtration.
filtration,
Hmm?
in filtration, a solution containing insoluble substance pass through a paper
Yes.
filter paper or liquid passes through the filter and the insoluble gets retained on the filter paper. For example, sand gets spreaded by filtration.
Yes. So filtration is the process by which we separate the substances by using the filter paper. Simple. So what is the function of the filter paper? To separate the insoluble substances from the liquid. So the liquid passes through the pore of the filter paper and it is collected in the container, and the solid particles, they are retained or they are left on the filter paper. So now raise your hand and tell me what is sedimentation. Habiba Asif, you tell me what is sedimentation.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, sedimentation is a process in which insoluble substances settle down.
Very good, mashallah.
Who are not insoluble, they
Insoluble.
come up.
Very good. Now Ariba Kashif. Ariba Kashif, you tell me what is decantation. What is decantation? Hmm. What is decantation?
The tank of the upper liquid is poured into the other container without disturbing the insoluble solid. This process is called decantation.
Okay. Abdullah, you tell me what is decantation. Abdullah Hassan. Abdullah Hassan, you tell me what is decantation. Juveria, you tell me what is decantation. What is decantation? You people raise your hand, but you are not responding at all. Asim Bakir, you tell me what is decantation quickly.
Ma'am, water to become smoke. हाँ, मैं बता रहा हूँ अब एक। Water to become smoke. And it is solid.
Yes, the upper clear liquid is poured into another container. The clear liquid which comes on the sediments, they just pour to the another container without disturbing the insoluble substance. That is called decantation. Now time is over and I have to end up the class because I have to start another class. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.